ladies and gentlemen, pray for us. Please, please, everyone in my comments, leave a prayer for the Eagles. Leave a genuine prayer to God that we can beat these folks. We can beat the Chiefs. That we will find somehow, some way to overcome these this cheating team. Please, please leave a prayer in the comments that we are going to prevent the three-peat and save the NFL. I know some people might not like us because of our fans. We may be pretty ruthless. I get that, but you have to understand. I'm sure all people who hate the Eagles hate the Chiefs just as much, if not more. So pray for us and hope we get out of this alive. As far as today's video goes, we are going to be just doing none other than reacting to NFL Conference Championship Week. It's pretty much that simple. If you disagree with anything I say, leave a comments down below. But let's get straight into it, man. Cue that intro. Alright, we are going to begin with the Philadelphia Eagles absolutely demolishing the Washington Commanders and scoring the most points out in any conference championship game in NFL history. And that's legitimately a stat. Jayden Daniels played a horrible game. Only completed 60% of his passes. That's almost in the 50s. Obviously ran for a touchdown, but just like could barely get anything going on the passing. He may have had 48 attempts, but a 76.68 QBR. Like that's not good. 255 yards on 48 attempts. That's not really that good. Couldn't run the ball because our defense, just overall the defense, our defense forced 4 total turnovers. Maybe more. I'm not really sure. Zach Ertz had a hell of a game. I love Zach Ertz. I hope he can do well to close out his career. Terry McLaurin had the score. Looking at the Eagles, Jalen Hurts had an absolute very clean game. 20 for 28, 71. It's funny that Jalen Hurts almost had more passing yards than Jayden Daniels while having 20 less attempts. That's insane. Obviously, he had 4 total touchdowns. He ran for 3 touchdowns. Saquon ran for 3 touchdowns. Will Shipley had a great game. He ran for a touchdown. Just Jalen Hurts, say all you want about him. You put him in the playoffs, he's a different animal. Same like Patrick Mahomes. Saquon, 15 for 118, average 7 yards a carry. God damn. A.J. Brown absolutely went off. Same with A.J. You put him in the playoffs, he's a different animal. And then, obviously, the defense forced for 4 total turnovers. Zach Bond, absolute animal. Jake Elliott, besides 1 field goal, had a pretty clean game. And, yeah, there's nothing else to say. Commanders, I got all the respect for you guys in the world. I think you guys are going to be G's going forward. I just hope you guys can get another receiver to back up Terry McLaurin. And, obviously, for the Eagles, we're heading to the Super Bowl, baby, so we'll see you in New Orleans. And now we have possibly the most ridiculous officiating game I have physically ever seen, and that is the Chiefs beating the Bills by 3 points. There's nothing really much to say here other than the Bills got cheated in this game. They were constantly ruling Josh Allen short, even though he was clearly, like that sneak, he was clearly over the line, but apparently he wasn't. Xavier Worthy clearly dropped that ball, but it was somehow a catch. Jawan Taylor was clearly holding A.J. Epinesa or whoever their edge rusher was at that time. Greg Rousseau. It was one of those two, but it wasn't called a holding. All of these penalties against the Bills, Travis Kelce causing stuff, it wasn't taunting, but then when the Bills decide to do something, then it's called a flag. Like, it's honestly, it is so terrible the way they determine Chiefs officiating games. It's disgusting. Let's get right into the stats. Josh Allen, 22 for 34, 237, 2 touchdowns, no picks. Also ran for 39 yards. He played a clean game. Same with James Cook. There was nothing wrong with the Bills' offense. It's just that like they got screwed. Like they got cheated again. Like everyone who plays the Chiefs does. Their defense at the end was very shaky. I mean, they forced a fumble on Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes, he didn't really play that good of a game. I mean, and he ran for 2 touchdowns. Kareem Hunt ran for 1. If you really look at it, Josh Allen played the better game. But it's just he's not walking out the winner again because they got cheated. Again. And Juju Smith-Schuster went off. Xavier Worthy, like I said, clearly dropped the ball, and he kind of went off. I don't know. And also that ball was clearly in the Bills' hands, but it was considered a catch. I don't know, man. It's just, like I said, pray for us. That's going to do it all for the conference championship reactions. But before we go, I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to be giving you guys my annual Super Bowl, team comparison. And then I'm going to give you my Super Bowl prediction winner. I hope you guys remember this from last year when my channel, my channel was just getting started, at the time. And, I made a Super Bowl comparison video, then I did the reaction, but that was before, nothing was like this. So I appreciate you guys helping me grow over that year, over that period of time. And yeah, let's get straight into that. Okay, so as I was saying, as you all know, the Kansas City Chiefs will be facing against the Philadelphia Eagles in the Super Bowl. All formulated. We all knew that this was going to happen. No one can get past Kansas City. Obviously, let's address the elephant in the room. The last time that these two faced off in the Super Bowl, it was heartache for the Philadelphia Eagles. We lost 38-35. Jalen Hurts, this man right here, he did everything he possibly could, but there was just nothing you could do against the powerful Chiefs team. There's nothing you can do against the referees. Well, now let's start off with the annual QB comparison. Jalen Hurts obviously had 32 total touchdowns while missing a lot of time. Had only 7 total turnovers, a 103.7 QBR. He's been in 2 Super Bowls, he's about to be in 2 Super Bowls. Both of them are against Patrick Mahomes, and he has no wins. Meanwhile, for Patrick Mahomes, he has less touchdowns and more turnovers, lower QBR, but 5 Super Bowl appearances and 3 wins. Here's the thing about Mahomes. Every time you think he's down, every time you think he's out, he always finds a way to win. I know the referees always have a lot to do with it, but these NFL teams shouldn't be leaving it up to the referees' hands. Like, it's their fault that they made the game that close with this demon Patrick Mahomes, even in the first place. So, who's really to blame here? And based on the stats, while missing games, it's clear that Jalen had the better year, but that never ever means anything against Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs. Because in the playoffs, this man's a different animal. Now, looking at the team comparisons, let me move it real quick. As you know, Eagles averaged 367.2 total yards of offense per game. That's exactly 40 more yards of offense per game than the Chiefs. They actually are number 1 in least amount of yards given up per game. The Eagles have the number 1 defense in the NFL. 278.4 total offensive yards given up. Passing game was very limited this year, but how can you pass when you do have Saquon Barkley? And the rushing game was honestly second best in the league, in my opinion, best in the league. And looking at the Chiefs, it's obvious that they had a down year. I mean, they went 15-2. They know how to win. 327.6 offensive yards a game, 320.6 defensive yards given up per game. So they almost gave up more yards than they scored. 222.4 passing yards a game, and 105.3 rushing yards a game. So none of the stats matter in the playoffs. Nothing matters as long as you get the wins. And these two teams have clearly gotten the wins this season. But I'm going with my Eagles to win this 41-38. The defenses are going to get absolutely shredded. But I just feel like Eagles are not the same team that they were in 2022. They didn't have as good of a defense that we do now. Jalen Hurts wasn't as experienced as he is now. And most likely, we have the missing piece. We have Saquon. And for that, I think the Eagles will win this game 41-38. And all hail the Eagles. Guys, that is going to do it for this video. I hope you guys had fun with this. And if you did, please make sure to leave a like on the video and make sure to subscribe, please. We're almost there. I'm trying to get it before Super Bowl Sunday. So without further ado, I'll see y'all guys the next time I upload. And I should be uploading my Saturday night's main event reactions tomorrow. But anyway, get out of here. Peace out.